Let me share my desktop. Okay, now what all things we did? We did with our browser also. Let me say done. This browser also and done. Now these three things are done. Now I will be working with these buttons. Okay, let's quickly see with the button, and then then there is something called as web element. This also we have to see. Okay. Now, before proceeding for button, let's quickly see this web element and check this. Now, what is? How will I? Let me open my Explorer. I'm opening my dice.com. Okay. Now, in this dice.com, use your object file. Let's say I'm clicking on this today on dice. What is this? This is your web element. Are you seeing? This is your web element with the name it is specifying today on dice. Now let's say I want to check whether this web element is present on this page or not. The text which is specified, is that thing is present on this page or not? What I will be looking for. Two things are there. One thing what you can do, you can add it to your object repository. Same thing, that which all are the basic properties you have to decide for it. What I can do right now, I'll go to my object repository, use add. Let's say I'm clicking on this. What HTML tag. Now what I will be doing, let me search for one more web element. What is this? At the down there is something called as tech news and career advice. I want to see whether what is this. This is also a web element. Tech news and career advice. Okay. Now what I will be doing, let's say, but what is the header it is showing you? The HTML tag which it is showing you right now is H2. Okay. So no problem. What I will be doing, let me click on this add and click on this, click on OK. Now, two properties it is using. One is inner text, one is going to be HTML tag H2. Now, with certain HTML tag at this font and at this specific font, this is the text which is written. But with some lower font, this is the text which is written. So you cannot generalize both of them. But what you can do is you can distinguish, like for whatever text we are writing with this H1 tag, that we will be keeping in one function. Whatever we will be writing with this lower tag, with this lower HTML tag, that thing we will be keeping in the other function. Okay. Are you getting my point? What I need to say regarding this? Okay. Now look at this thing. What browse job by company. Select this. Click on this. Select this. H1. Yeah. Now, okay. So let me show you one. Now there is something called as. Now I was having this text written here, browse job by company. Okay, which is having like HTML tag H1 and some inner text. It is having same text. Inner text is browse job by company. Okay. Now the second one is today on dice. Now today on dice. Let me show you here. On today on dice also, the inner text is today on dice and HTML tag is H1. So what I can do is all the text with specific HTML tag, I will try to distinguish them by writing a separate function for them and use this. See this tech news and career advice. This is something which is true. So I cannot compare this this text with this text, the above one. Yeah, I have to keep this thing, the top one separate, and I have to keep this one separate. So what I will be doing, let me take the first one. I will be taking this H1 tag because I found two for them. One is your HTML tag browse job by company. Another one is today on Dice. I want to see whether my function will able to identify both of them or not. So I'll be using two properties. One is your inner text. One is going to be your HTML tag. Okay, I don't need it now. I can delete everything. So let's come here and go to your Dice function, web edit underscore check. Let me copy this. I want to see my web element now. So I'll be, let's name it web element underscore check. Okay. And what is the name? I just need to provide one name, the name of the text. Nothing else I have to provide. I can make it as name or I can make it as text. Whichever I. What it will do to check whether the web element with specified name and with specified name is present or not. Input is going to be your name of the web element. Name or text, name or, yeah, whatever you want to say. Okay. Now output is going to be true or false. That's correct. Now what all properties it will use? It is using HTML tag. One thing it was using was HTML tag, and what was it? It was H1. H1. What was the name property was there? Go to your objects file. Let's say I'm selecting this. Now, okay, now the second one is the property which you will be using. One was your HTML tag and another one is your inner text. So let me copy this inner text. Let it be index value as 0 and the parameter name is ftext. So I will be providing here ftext. This thing I have to provide at runtime. Okay. Let me make single T ftext. So if P now, what is the name? Name of the class is web element. But still, to confirm it, what I will be doing, copy it from here, from my object file. Let me copy this web element class name. Close it. Paste it. myd.exist, then say web. Okay. Now the name of the function is web element underscore check. If it is true, your web element underscore check is going to return true. If it is false, your web element underscore check is going to return false. Okay. So that is what your function is doing. Now, what I will be doing, let me save it. Go to your text. Now, after opening the browser itself, let's say I want to see whether that specific web element is present or not. So I'll be saying if web element underscore check ftext. Let's say what I want to search for, not this today on Dice. Let's say I want to search for browse jobs by company. So I'll be go to my tools. Let me copy this text. Browse job by company. Copy it from here. Paste it here. If this text is present, then I will be saying, if this is returning true, then I'll say print the text browse jobs by company, else print the text browse jobs by company is not present. This is what I'm trying to do. Now see whether it will, let's quickly close it and see whether is it working or not. Okay, now, okay, run it. Have I saved it? Oh yeah. Now it is executing your, opening your browser. Now look, it is checking for whether that web element is present or not. Ftext is your browse jobs by company. Whether it will return, if it will return 2, that means it is able to identify. Okay, yeah, it is identifying. That's good. If it would have been like it was returning false, that means these properties are not sufficient to identify the object. Now I'm ready. Okay, let me run it directly now. It is checking. Now it is finally closing the browser. It's closed. So what it is showing, the text browse job by company is present. This is the only print statement since I have given in that. That is why it is only printing one statement. Okay. So we did with this also web element check. Now the same thing. Done. Now I want to show you something called as this button. Okay. Check button and okay. So check button and to click on a button. We have to see this. Okay. Let's quickly come here. Go to our dice.com. Let me copy this code. The same code. I want to, first thing what I will be doing is, I want to see whether the button is present or not. To check whether the button is there or not. Okay. So I'll be saying, let's say I'm saying web w button. What is the name I've specified here for this keyword? Button underscore check. Okay. Button underscore check, and what name I have to specify to a button? That thing we have to see. More we have to go. We have to provide the name of the button. That is the button. The main function of button is to click on it, and we are not setting some value on a button. like if we are finding something called as find job, I will be clicking on that button. This is my button. Let me go to tools, objects file, see the properties. Now this is my button to which what I'm provide, what all things are there. There is something called as HTML ID. There is something called as HTML. Okay, the common one is HTML tag. The name is find job. Type is button. Value is find job. Name is also find job. Value is also find job. So I can always take one. Okay. Now the type is button. Now what I will be doing, let's quickly, I only need the name. So I will be saying F name create. Now HTML tag, what was it? Your HTML, go to your tools, objects file, use it. HTML tag is input. What we have provided here? It's input. The name we are specifying. So if right now we are specifying F name, that's fine. What else I will be needing? I will be needing one more thing, type. What is the type? Type is button. So I'll be saying, just copy this type. Let me copy this bit. Paste it here. I'll be putting this type property inside this. And type is button. Okay, C is in lowercase. Okay, so this is what we try doing. Now what I have to do, I have to check whether that button is present or not. Let me quickly see the class. Go to find job. Web button is the name of the class. Let me copy it. Close it. Paste it. If exists, then what it should return true. Else it should return false. Copy it. Paste it. Once your one set of objects is around 3-4 set of objects you are done with, then you don't have to each time write everything. You can simply copy paste and make your work fast. Okay. Now what we did, we wrote I wrote the button underscore check. Now what I will be doing, let me quickly write one more function which will like click on the button underscore click. And then I will try executing both of them together. Button underscore. Which button is in lowercase? For the if you are specifying like, okay, this button for type I have to check. It is case sensitive. Yeah, it's small. Paste it. Okay, now button underscore, for the next one it is going to be button underscore click. Okay, button underscore click, and let me make change here also. What I will be doing, I will be simply saying my p.webbutton.d dot click. I want to just click on the button. That's it. That's the function I want to perform on it. I don't want anything else. Okay. So yeah. I don't even need this ended. Remove it from here. Done. What this function is doing? This function is clicking on the name specified to click on the specified button name. Input is going to be name of the button, web button or web button. Output, no output, you are simply clicking on the object, so it should open a new page, something like that. And if you have like specified, if you already document is specifying that after clicking on this document, some specific page, what I will be doing, let me save it and write it here itself. Okay, at the end of before this browser, what I'll be saying if button underscore check name. What is the name? Tools. It's find jobs, but because of this, unnecessary of case sensitive problem, I always find it better to copy the thing from here itself. Okay, find job. If it is returning true, then what I want? Then I want that it should click on the button, that specific button. So I'll be saying button underscore click, specify the name, find job. So I'm clicking on this button. Else, print button name, find job, not found. That's it. You perform this and then you're closing the browser at the end. This is what you're doing. Okay. Let's see whether it is now exist. We almost did one set. What we are doing, we are putting some value for the first text box, then I'm putting some value in the second one, and then I'm clicking on the button. That is what I'm opening the same thing what we did with our object repository. The same set now we are doing using the descriptive programming. Let's see whether it is, how is it performing now. Execute. Just opening the browser. Now web element first, it is searching for some web element. Okay, now it is setting some value. For the first text box, it will set some value. What is the value? Value name is Selenium. Now, it is looking for the second one. It is looking for the second text box with the name specified where and Mountain View. Found it. Then it is setting some value. Setting the value Mountain View CA for the second text box. We did it. Next, it is looking for the button name, find job. Now here what is the new one? Whether it is returning true or false. Oh, good, it returned true. So it found found out the name, find job. Now what it has to do? It has to click on the button. Just click. It clicked. Your new set is getting opened. Okay, no problem. And at the end, I want to close the browser. New page we are seeing. Now my browser is getting closed. That's it. So we did with this. Okay. Got an idea what I was doing? Lakshmi, Kavita. Yes, that's nice. Okay. So okay, now this button is also done. This is also done. Now these things are done. I will be like right now I'm keeping these things like pending. Let me these things are pending. Rest all we did. Okay. So this was for today's session. Now before coming for like next session, which is going to be on Sunday, make sure that you these two like basics what we did for our descriptive programming regarding these objects. You should revise with these two sessions so that for the next session, whatever we will be doing further, you will be able to understand. That's what I wanted. Once we will be starting with the keyword-driven framework, at least you should be clear with these things. What is the functional library? How we are creating these functional libraries? How can we write a basic code for descriptive programming? That's all for today. And yeah, any questions? Are the videos in Dropbox? I'm gonna copy them. Yeah, these videos are in Dropbox. Yeah, I have sent you a link also, Kasturi. I think you have not even joined the Dropbox. You join the Dropbox. These videos I will be keeping them. That's what I'm telling that keep on copying the videos from the Dropbox to practice the things. Otherwise, I mean, I cannot keep them for a long time because. Yeah, Kasturi.
I joined Dropbox, Pallavi. I copied the QTP from it, right?
Yeah, but that was some different folder, Kasturi. These things I must have kept in somewhere else. You have to.
Okay, but I did not get any link also, but I'll go and look in Dropbox.
Yeah, sure. If you didn't get, I will be sending it to you back because I mean maybe it must be there in your spam mail. Do check it.
Okay, I'm gonna check them. And did you get my resume today?
Yeah, I got it. It's with.
Okay.
I will be calling you on that.
Sure, Pallavi. Okay.
Okay. So yeah. So that was all for today, and yeah, that's it. I will be uploading. Try to upload today's session. I will be starting it right now after this session, and hopefully you will be getting it by tonight or maybe by tomorrow morning. Download them and do revise them before next session. Okay?
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Pallavi.
Yeah, thank you. Hey Kavita, whatever we were discussing today, you got an idea? I mean, you got an idea? Okay, that's nice.
Yeah, I got an idea. Actually, I was viewing that, I didn't have much time to revise, so I was just viewing those videos today, and I was like writing on notepad, the code. I didn't run it.
Okay.
So, I have to just run it, and then, I think I've done these two sessions together. Two sessions together, and then.
Because then we can proceed with our.
Yep.
And your hybrid is totally dependent on this. Okay.
Okay.
That's all for today. And hey, Lakshmi, are you there? I think she must be. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Today it's like rock and roll for me at home.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Okay, no problem, Lakshmi. I mean, I will be dropping this today's session by tonight, and do revise them before coming for Sunday class, so that you can start.
Let me ask a question.
Yeah.
Just one thing. Like when you say like index equal to 0, you have to set index equal to 0 on each and every object, right?
Yeah.
Right. But that is the property which you are not setting it.
No, this is something what I am doing. What zero does basically, what zero is doing, that it is index zero is capable of identifying whatever I am providing at the top, whatever specific set of properties for that specific object I am providing. The first object, if I am saying that for web edit, I am saying some specific set of properties with a specific name, with some specific property, and I'm saying that index 0, what it will do, it will search for the above properties and the specific name, and it will, on the web page, whichever first object it will find for that name, it will pick that. That is what is the use of index 0. Right now I am hard coding it, I know, but that is solving my purpose. That is why I am hard coding it. But if you will be finding with the same, let's say, on a, okay, now look at the same thing. On this dice.com itself, you have in this dice.com itself, we have like two logins. Are you seeing there is one, there is this login employer as well as this login as a job seeker. Now, how will I distinguish between them? The only thing through which I can distinguish between them is going to be index, and that is your ordinal identifier. While you will be like, this indexing, either you will be getting it from the document, or what the next option can be, what you can do, look, go to your object repository, add your first login, and this is a link, no problem, this is a link. Click on this, add your second login, again join it. Okay, now you have two login pages. Look at what is the index provided to it? The index provided to it 1. For the second login, what is the index provided? It is provided 0. Rest everything you will find same. For the first property is login and HTML tag is A. For the second, text is login, HTML tag is A. So only by way of indexing we are able to distinguish them. So right now the things which we were doing, it was like since the names which we were using, they were only like specific names. If I'm searching for something called as find job, that is only one find job on this page. So I am using index 0. If I would have been two names, then what I will be doing, I will have to specify one more parameter to my function specifying the index name. Are you getting what I mean to say, Lakshmi? Hey, Lakshmi, you got an idea? Hey, Kavita, are you there? Kavita? Lakshmi? What happened?
Kavita, can you hear me?
Oh, now I can hear you.
Yes, Lakshmi, I can hear you. Okay. I lost.
Is it exactly the same thing like if a page has like 10 input fields of the same name, then you will search, if you want to enter each value for each different input field, then you will use index. Is it something similar?
Hey girls, can you hear me now?
Yes, Olivia, I can.
Okay.
I can hear you.
Okay, so whatever I was telling earlier, you were not able to hear anything?
No, I had seen this position, yeah.
Yeah, I understood what you said.
Okay.
What you said.
Okay, then it's fine. Okay. So, I mean,
but Pallavi, my question was, let's say for this login button, and you showed like couple of login buttons which have the same description properties, but then you will use index ordinal identifier to identify the login button, right?
Yeah.
But let's say when you, I mean the previous ones like the input box, input fields of,
okay, yeah.
Can you go to some other object property? Can you please go to some other text object?
Text object. Okay.
Just for web edit or something. Yeah.
Okay.
Can you please go on? Yeah. Can you please click on that?
Okay. Let me select this. Okay. Let me select the other one.
Here it.
Yeah.
Okay. No index at all, right? Type equal to value and ordinal identifier. When if you check the ordinal identifier, there is no.
None is given. Okay. Yeah. Sure.
None is given. Then when you put like index equal to 0, but you defined, you did one of the properties
0.
with index, right?
Yeah.
See, then QTP when it is searching for, let's say when you want QTP to check if a button is exists, then it goes, it has, it checks those three properties, right? But it has only two properties. What happens with index equal to 0?
Okay. Yeah.
It doesn't have it. Then how did it identify? So it's not necessary that all the properties need to be checked.
Only thing is,
need to be matched.
I got your point, Lakshmi. Now,
Okay.
there are few things. Like it's always a good practice to provide index to some of the objects. Right now, I mean, these set of let me first finish. These specific set of properties are decided by QTP. Okay, these are like not fixed. When you will be, it's something by default. Okay, for if this index is going to be like what should I say? Whenever for your specific this is, let's say this is your web page. QTP by default is going to assign some index to each and every object. Even if QTP is right now here not assigning, but we have to assign our index because you never know. I mean, it is not going to matter at all. If you are providing, right now here you are providing none to the ordinal identifier, like only one object with a specific name on that web page. Okay, but if you will be providing index also with this thing, it is going to be a good practice. QTP itself is going to take it. Your web page, when you're on your web page, whichever object you will be adding, your developer has to provide some type of index to each and every object. Otherwise, there will. Have you seen any text design document? In the document, you will be finding that for each object, whether that object is a specific object or whether that object is going to be like a set of objects. Like we have our login link 1 or login link 2, like login for job seeker and login for employee. Okay. Now, maybe there are two having index 1. In case I am having a web edit object of free_text, but my technical design document is going to show that it is having an index 0. QTP is not taking it, but my HTML code is going to take it. Are you getting my point? What I mean to say?
It was different, little bit different, Pallavi. My question is, let's say that when you are writing the functions, you are not defining the properties, right? You are just giving the properties, existing properties. Because I was thinking when you want to define an object, you have to click on the plus symbol on object properties, right? Then you can give index equal to 0, right? But when you are, but is 0
Yeah.
or 0, right?
Yeah.
So, did you understand my question?
Actually, I'm not getting clear. Yeah, what not understanding what exactly.
But in the function library, when you are giving such properties, that means like when you are saying like my D or my D means you are just describing the properties of that object, right? You are not defining the properties of that object. If you want to define the object or if you want to add an object property, you have to do it on the object repository, right? You cannot add you cannot add a property in the function library. Is that right, Pallavi? Because I was like confused.
No, it is not. I was looking into the object repository just to make while we will be writing our descriptive code. We are not even looking at the set of the properties which QTP is defining. For this, let's say for a specific object, QTP is using three properties. Like if for this 3_text, QTP is only using these three properties to identify this object. But it is not necessary that when we will be writing our code, we will be only using these three properties. We can always elaborate. If I want to add 2 or 3 more properties to my set, I can always add. So there is no comparison. Are you getting? Hey Lakshmi.
Hey, Lakshmi, I guess.
Yeah, we are simply searching.
We are not defining that index. We are just searching for those properties. Yeah.
Hey Lakshmi.
Hey Pallavi.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understood.
You got it now?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Okay.
So, Pallavi, it's not necessary that if we give those three descriptive properties in our code in descriptive programming, if the QTP identifies the first one.
Yeah.
So, if it identifies with the type, then it won't look into those other two properties, or would it just look at all the properties we have? Yeah.
The only thing is that there is no comparison. That if I'm using, oh my God, I cannot hear. Yeah, I can understand. But at least what we can do is, since the session is getting recorded, hey Lakshmi, can you hear me now?
Yeah. I mean, you can turn off the session. You can just turn off the audio.
Okay, it's okay. You can also, it is going to be a good discussion, and you can refer it later on if you get confused or something like that. Now, let's say this description property here only, we have these 3 sets of properties which QTP is using to identify this object. But when we will be writing the thing, I was just referring to this thing because I don't have the document with me. I think QTP to such an object based on my set of properties, not
exactly right, Pallavi. That is where I got confused. Okay. You are giving index equal to 0, but you don't know like what QTP
or what developer.
Yeah, what developer assigned an index value for the object. When you are defining your own properties and when you are asking your script to find an object with index equal to 0, first name equal to this one, and input equal to this one, etc., then won't it get confused? because you don't know like what the developer assigned an index value for that particular object.
That's what you have to search. We will be getting
Object repository for my application. When I have the technical document, then definitely I can use whatever the index values that my developer is going to assign. I can use those index values. But when I'm doing this practice in test, I don't know what was the index value that was there. And can I use something like index equal to 1, index equal to 0?
You can try with that also. You can do the R&D. That's what is for some objects. What you can do, you can try. If you can try putting 1 also there, and then you will be seeing that the object may your web edit position may get changed, or it is your QTP will get confused and pick something else. Will able to identify something else for you what was expected. That is also possible.
Okay. So let's say if there is a mismatch between my index value and
it is going to pick you. It will pick some other some other value for you. Let's say
it could pick some other. Okay.
It will pick some other. Yeah, that's what. Got it? Fine.
So here, by saying index equal to 0, we are saying that, okay, find the object with these properties, and the first object you find it, just pick it up.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Is it fine now, Lakshmi, Kavita?
Yeah. But I think we need to practice.
That's what. Yeah.
Or otherwise.
Yeah. These most of the things.
Yeah, that's true, Pallavi. I practiced a little bit the last session.
Yeah.
It was good, but I found out like because
what I think is that there are like so many hidden files. Try doing those things, and that's what is all analyzing. Because we have to make our script as useful as we can.
Right.
Yeah. So that's all for today, and then we'll be meeting on Sunday. Okay?
Yeah, it's a good class. Thanks, Pallavi.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. Sunday morning, right?
Sunday morning.
Yeah. Don't wake up till 2 a.m. Okay.
Intentionally, I don't do such things, but what happens is...
I know. I'm just kidding here. Don't worry.
Start work on these descriptive programming, sometimes get stuck somewhere.
I know.
Like, it will make you sit till 2 a.m. to just complete what is wrong in that. That is what
That's true.
I'll make sure that this time we'll be on Sunday morning.
No problem. Yep. Okay. Good night.
Bye.
Yeah.